A wise master and his disciple had been walking through the countryside for many days and looking for a place to rest for the night. They then saw a hut on top of a hill and decided to seek shelter that night. When they arrived at the shack, they were greeted by the owner, a ragged and tired old man. He invited them in and introduced his wife and 3 children. During dinner, the disciple realized that food was scarce even for just the 4 members of the family, and he felt sorry for the situation. Looking at those tired, malnourished faces, he asked the owner how they supported themselves. The gentleman replied, "See that cow out there? From it we take the milk we consume and make cheese. What little milk is left over, we exchange for other goods in the city. She is our source of income and life. We manage to live with what it provides us with." The disciple looked at the master, who was having dinner with his head down, and finished his dinner in silence. In the morning, the master and his disciple got up before the family woke up and were preparing to leave when the disciple said, "Master, how can we help this poor family out of this situation of misery?" The master then spoke, "Do you want to help this family? Take their cow and push it down the cliff." The astonished disciple spoke, "But the cow is the only source of income for the family. If we kill it, they will be more miserable and starve to death." The master calmly repeated the order, "Take the cow and push it to the cliff." The indignant disciple followed the master's orders and threw the cow down the cliff and killed it. A few years later, the disciple still felt remorse for what he had done and decided to leave his master and visit that family. Returning to the region, he saw from afar the hill where the hovel was, and looked in amazement at a beautiful house that was in its place. Certainly, after the cow died, they were so poor and desperate that they had to sell the property to someone richer, thought the disciple. He approached the house and, entering through the gate, saw a servant and asked him, "Do you know where the family who lived in the hovel that was here went?" "Yes, sure. They still live here. They are there in the gardens," said the servant, pointing to the front of the house. The disciple walked towards the house and could see a haughty gentleman playing with 3 handsome young men and a beautiful woman. The family that was there didn't remember at all the miserable ones he had known long ago. When the Lord saw the disciple, he immediately recognized him and invited him into his house. The disciple wanted to know how everything had changed so much since the last time he saw them. The Lord then spoke, "After that night you were here, our cow fell over the cliff and died. As we no longer had our source of income and livelihood, we were forced to look for other ways to survive. We discovered many other ways to make money and develop skills we didn't even know we were capable of." And he continued, "Losing that crowdfunding was horrible, but we learned not to be accommodated and conform to the situation we were in. Sometimes we need to lose to win later on." Only then did the disciple understand the depth of what his former master had ordered him to do. Look in your life if there isn't a cow to push over the cliff, or if one has already fallen and you didn't realize it was a good thing. Losing a job, ending a relationship, and so many other traumatic things are like milestones in our lives. They serve to show that you went through there and survived, got better and stronger. If you like the message, leave a like and share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel for more knowledge and motivation video.